What is a title, and what does it mean to call oneself champion of the world? On April 13, in Cape Town, South Africa, 2 world titles are contested by athletes that have journeyed far. JP Buys first placed the EFC flyweight title around his waist at the age of 19 on April 13. After a journey of learning that has taken him around the globe, he once again enters the arena, this time to unify the bantamweight belt that is his. His opponent is a similar student of the sport. Luthando Biko hails from KwaZulu, Port Elizabeth, a boy grown to a man amidst a passion for judo and a longing to discover the true potential that burns inside. Crowned interim champion in Buys' absence, he enters the arena to prove his claim. On the same night, the UK's Jake Hadley, 3-time British amateur champion, a boy touched with the specter of talent and filled with the desire to conquer his own heights, faces a legendary champion. Nkazimulo Zulu is the organization's first and only flyweight king, a man who fights without mercy and who competes for the dreams of those that follow in his footsteps back home. On April 13, in Cape Town, South Africa, 2 title bouts reveal an answer to that essential question. The title, the champion, is the mark of a man who dared to dream. This is the countdown to EFC 78. Buys versus Biko for the EFC bantamweight title. Zulu versus Hadley for the EFC flyweight title. It's March 13, and Luthando Biko has arrived in Johannesburg to attend the inaugural EFC Awards, where he has been nominated in the category of Best Athlete. For Biko, it has been a whirlwind year. Just 4 months previously, he became the interim EFC bantamweight champion of the world.
When you're such 2 good athletes going at it, there's no need to talk smack. Well, he has to have an opponent.
That fight, I want to say it was a walk in the park. Kyle is a very good fighter. It's very technical. He knew what to do. It was a good fight. It made me mature as a fighter.
In true Biko style, he downplays the dominance he displayed against the UK's top-ranked Kel Eleanor, controlling the fight with wrestling pressure and ground and pound for 5 rounds.
Piston-like right hand.
For Biko, the victory was the culmination of an incredible 5-fight winning streak in the EFC.
Just worked his way toward the championship.
And more than that, validation for a lifetime of struggle.
What do you have to say tonight to all the folks back in KwaZulu and Port Elizabeth?
For Biko, the victory is not his alone.
It was very emotional when I got back home, seeing all my friends, the guys I grew up with, all my neighbors, my mom, my sisters, my son in airport, yeah. It was a very special moment for me and my people back in PE.
Luthando Biko hails from the South African city of Port Elizabeth. Born into poverty, he discovered the sport of judo at 6 years old, which took him across the world and ultimately brought him the title of Commonwealth champion. He is a pillar of the community and is their first EFC champion.
Back home, I went to visit some schools.
Hello guys, how are you?
It was very overwhelming to see the kids, how the school received me.
Hey, can you please stand up?
It's special to me because, man.
Left leg forward. Fight distance. All together, we're gonna go.
It doesn't matter how small we are, but you can make a huge difference in people's lives. Just by doing something small to go and talks like that.
For Biko, the trip to Johannesburg in the middle of his fight camp is more than an invitation to a ceremony. It is a vital step towards unifying the title he already holds. Johannesburg is the city of incumbent champion JP Base. A meeting with his coming opponent is inevitable.
I don't know much about him as a person, but as a fighter, I respect him. He's a true martial artist. It's a good matchup for me to fight against him. His weaknesses, I'm going to expose them on the night. I don't want to say much about them now. It will be a good fight.
In my brain, I was so stuck. Wanna be free. Am I stuck in the cell?
I've been out to Cape Town where Dennis Davies and Dave Mazany came out to fight, and like I spent some time with them, spoke to Dennis. I know that their female team are pretty good. Topic came up about Cheyenne. I went on to her stuff, I followed her, we started speaking.
He actually found me through my old coach. He came out to America and stole me and took me with him back to South Africa.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I might be right, I might be wrong, but I feel like it was like love at first sight. I have a connection with her that I've never had with anyone else.
A wrestler since a young boy with numerous national titles. As a teenager, JP Base quickly proved his talent in the world of MMA.
Making his debut, JP Base been trying to break the hold, but he doesn't. Beautiful throwing.
In 2016, at 19 years of age, he became the youngest EFC champion that had yet been crowned. Shockingly, he vacated the title in search of evolution.
If you know JP, you know he's one of a kind. He's one of those guys, he always stands out anywhere he goes.
Base traveled the globe, training and competing with some of the world's best coaches before returning in 2018 and contesting the then vacant EFC bantamweight title. He finished France's Philippe Rouge in just 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Once again, Base felt the need to travel.
JP Base was offered an opportunity elsewhere, and we sat down and discussed it with him, and it was decided that he would remain the bantamweight champion, but we needed to ensure that our division stayed strong.
I spoke with EFC, I said, whether you make an interim champion, whether you make the division weight, that's EFC's choice. Luthando Biko, I don't see him as a champion. I am the current champion. I won the legitimate bout. There's only one bantamweight champion, and that's me. I did watch the fight between Cal Eleanor and Luthando Biko for the interim title. I was actually sitting on the couch with my girlfriend. My girlfriend actually said to me, "Man, you'll kill both these guys." I was like, man, I will kill these guys because my mentality going into a fight is kill or be killed.
He never had anything easy or handed to him. Every challenge he has, he exceeds past. He exceeds past the limits. He proves everyone wrong.
Thank you. Paul?
It's really important for me to win this fight because the reason for her moving to South Africa, she actually came here because of me.
Don't be naughty.
Nah, he doesn't want to do it for you.
Thank you.
Oh, he's standing
but
up.
sit.
And I have to win this fight to prove that she didn't make a wrong decision. Biko as a person, man, he's a great human. But when we get in there, it's a fight. And if I have to make it a dog fight, I will.
It's the evening of March 13th, and Luthando Biko is present at the 2019 EFC Awards event. Also present is the EFC Bantamweight champion, JP Base.
Aquavita presents Walkout of the Year. Your nominees are JP Bass, Athlete of the Year.
Neither Bass nor Biko are successful in their nominations of Best Walkout and Best Athlete respectively, but both are aware of each other's presence. As our EFC management, we invite the champions to the stage.
Welcome, Mr. Biko. A few questions for you.
I feel that he's going to attack me the exact same way as he fought Cal Eleanor. I feel that he's going to want to hug me against the cage, hold me against the cage. I don't like those kind of fights. I'll make it a dog fight and get into the positions I want to be.
I can't wait to see the fight. Jake is a good fighter, and I can't wait to test my skills against him.
I see him running around the cage, and just a matter of time before I put him away. I do see myself finishing him the same way I finished Abdullah San.
I believe in myself, I believe in my skills. So I'm doing that fight. I want to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bass and Mr. Biko.
He is a Commonwealth judo champion, but I feel that if we take MMA, we break that up into 10 different sports, that I'll beat him 9 out of 10, including judo.
I'm different to the opponents that he has faced before. I move differently. I need to put everything on the line, focus, keep digging hard.
On April 13 in Cape Town, South Africa, the belt is unified, and no matter the victor, the champion makes it home. On April 13, a young warrior steps into the limelight. Jake Hadley brings with him an obsession lasting since his earliest memory. On that day, he tests his mettle against one of the world's most feared champions. Nkazimulo Zulu has sat atop the flyweight roster since its inception, obliterating all comers. A renowned striker, today he has added the scalps of the world's great grapplers to his collection. He is indeed the king, and on April 13, acts as the terrifying gatekeeper of young Hadley's dreams. This is the countdown to EFC 78. Zulu versus Hadley for the EFC flyweight title.
I remember being a young kid. I remember being at like primary school. I remember like trying to fit in with like football and trying to kick a ball, and I could never kick a ball. Like, I remember like sports day. I'd be really competitive. Wanted to win, and I'd lose every time. And I remember thinking at school, I don't need to listen to this stuff. I'm going to be champion of the world one day.
Jake's been into fighting as long as I can remember him being able to walk and talk. And he'd sit there by the side of me, and his legs wouldn't touch the end of the setting, he'd be that small. He'd say, "Who do you want to win, Dad?" And I'd pick one, I'd say that one there, you know.
Have made your wish, Jake?
Yeah. And I'd be on the edge of my seat going, come on, come on.
I want to be a UFC fighter.
And he'd be sat by the side of me doing the same.
Jake Hadley fought his first competition at the age of 13, recording victory after victory.
I won this in my hometown, like Birmingham.
As the years passed, so the enormity of his talent revealed itself. In 2014, Hadley made his amateur debut, going on to win 4 British championships and taking the #1 ranking in the UK and Ireland. In 2018, he made his pro debut. Entering the arena 3 times that year and recording 3 finishes, all within the first round.
Too fast, too quick, range too good, it's all over, easy work. All these fights are easy work for me. Train too hard for these ones.
Having run out of willing opponents in the UK, today, Hadley stands on the edge of making his dream real. On April 13, he contests the EFC World Flyweight title.
Before I started training, I'd always be getting into fights because I weren't very good at communicating. I was never good at anything other than fighting. Maths and English, I was terrible. And I never had really any mates either, really. So the way I created like friendships is through fighting. You don't want to mess with Jake, you'll fight with anyone. And that's how I got like to be friends with people. You know, I've never been out, I've never been to the club in my life. I'm a bit boring, really.
Hadley's obsession with his chosen sport marks him as a breed apart. On January 30, his persistence paid off, a signing with the EFC organization and a date to fight one of their most celebrated and brutal champions.
Jake, it's got to be a dream come true.
This is what I've worked my whole entire life for. The most important fight of my career, you know.
Hadley wasted no time in letting EFC fans know that he was coming.
I know Zulu Boy's been a great champion for years, but the guy's just not on my level, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the new breed, he's the old generation. I can do everything.
For those EFC fans, what can they expect to see?
I'm coming out there to finish. I'm coming to win, I'm coming to kill. And that's what you're going to expect in Africa. Even though I'm coming over to their hometown, I'm going to slay their king, bring his head back with me to Birmingham.
At 22 years of age, Hadley is on a perfect trajectory to achieve his goal. On April 13, however, his confidence will be tested. On that date, he will face a champion, feared throughout the world.
Nkazimulo Zulu got him with a great elbow, and I think he's badly cut from that. That was a hard left elbow from Zulu Boy.
Oh, wow, yeah, you're absolutely right. And they have to stop and separate. They absolutely have to.
For the last 6 years, Nkazimulo Zulu has stalked both the EFC bantamweight and flyweight divisions.
Relentless by name, relentless.
Making his hexagon debut in 2013, he has left a trail of destruction in his wake.
He's tapping! Oh my word! Fantastic submission! Zulu Boy!
Fight after fight, warriors have faced him, adamant that they alone have the key to unraveling his striking prowess. And round after round, he has decimated them all. A fight with Zulu Boy, previous EFC bantamweight champion and the first and only EFC flyweight champion with 5 title defenses, is a dance with destruction.
EFC flyweight champion of the world, Nkazimulo Zulu Boy, Zulu.
A resident of the city of Johannesburg for the last 10 years, a city in which he learned the craft of MMA that has taken him across the globe. Today, Zulu returns home.
Hayi kuyalunga. Hawu.
Hayi kuloko ndawo esijalisha ke li. Alifani naleli lasekuqaleni.
Hayibo. Iyasinda lento yakho. Hawu. Mina ngiuJoseph Zulu, ngizalwa kwi-royal family yalapha kwaZulu. Ubaba wami Lawrence Zulu kamatsheni kaShingana kaMpande. Shingana waye ibrother kaKing Cetshwayo. Ngiubaba Nkazimulo elinye igama lakhe Usman.
Born in Newcastle, a small South African town at the center of the traditional lands of the Zulu nation, Nkazimulo Zulu's childhood was pastoral.
The best thing about my childhood was it's different from Johannesburg childhood where you see kids running around in the streets. Where I grew up, there was no car driving up and down. We were just those young boys wandering and living a happy life, looking after cows, making cows go to school, play, train. It was just like a happy childhood. We used to go and swim inside the rivers. Then a lot of kids, they got drowned. Some of them we never even found even today. So that was a very, very bad thing.
For Zulu, the opportunity to return home is threefold. Here, he is able to reconnect with family, give back to his community in the very places he was educated, and return to where it all began.
I remember at times you used to call me on Sundays morning and say, Senpai, I know you go to church every Sunday, but today after church, come, I want us to go train.
Like his young opponent, Jake Hadley, as a boy, Zulu was driven by one desire.
MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, but I didn't know what that is. So I always wanted to be a karate world champion.
It was in the Bushle Bentutuko Primary School dojo, along with Sensei Senpi Lindo Mazibuko, that Zulu cut his teeth in the art of karate.
It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you're from, you can be a champion.
Today, Zulu has done right by his roots. His is a legacy that he has no desire to let go of. Sitting atop a string of successes, Hadley is just beginning.
We ain't a rich family. We ain't got much money. My dad's gone without and my mom's gone without for me to be able to train.
Where Zulu dreams of community, Hadley is obsessed with his boyhood goal.
My dream is to be champion of the world. And April the 13th, I'm gonna get that dream. The only thing in my way is Zulu.
I'm very proud to be a Zulu. They have that warrior spirit. I believe that warrior spirit is still running in my veins. You're gonna see it on the night coming down from King Shaka when I smash that boy.
I'm gonna chop his head off and bring it back to the UK with me.
He thinks he's the best fighter. Okay, he's not the best fighter here in South Africa. He's gonna meet a proper fighter this time and he's gonna get Shayad Kahlela.
So I've trained too hard for this. I come from a family of fighters. This is what I'm born to do. This is inbred into me. This is my life. There's nothing else. It's like a fight for my life. He's trying to take the bread off my table. He's trying to take my dreams away. And that ain't gonna happen.
I really don't like him because of the things that he says to me on social media. So I'm gonna make him pay for it. And I mean it, I'm gonna make him pay.
On April 13, a champion in the making meets a longtime king.